Merhaba sevgili oyundaşlar, YouTube kanalından herkese selamlar, sevgiler, kanalıma hoş geldiniz sevgili dostlar. Sveti Kotar'ın 5. bölümüyle kaldığımız yerden hikayeye devam ediyoruz. Bir önceki bölümde satıcı kız İda'nın kayıp annesinin ölümünü ve İda'nın hafızasından silinen hatıraları geri hatırlatmıştık. Annesinin mezarını bulmuştuk ve olayları İda'ya hatırlatmıştık. Şimdi kayık bulabilmek için şu kiliseye gitmemiz lazım. Şöyle şu taraftan kiliseye gidiyor muyuz diye hatırlıyorum ama bakalım şuradan kiliseye gidebilecek miyiz? Salıncak var.
Its ropes bear some resemblance to hangman's nooses. Makes sense for a town like this. A mailbox? Not sure. It looks strange.
Buraya girebiliyoruz mu?
I'm not going into the police station. I would risk being taken in for questioning, and they could be conspiring with Hatur.
Tamam. Polis karakolundan sağa doğru git demişlerdi. Yanlış hatırlamıyorsam.
Ivan Kotar, born in 1159, died in 1218.
Kilitlidir büyük ihtimal bu kapı.
It's locked.
Tahmin ettiğim gibi.
I have nothing to do in there. I'm sinless. There's a time and place to talk to him. This is not one of them.
This door is off limits for you.
Bu ceset kimin?
It's an embalmed priest, decapitated. His head is laying on a golden plate.
The Vatican declared him a traitor, an ally of the evil forces. Can you imagine that?
Ha, şu Ivan Kotar mıdır nedir? Şu Henry ile bir konuşalım bakalım.
Father Henry?
Henry Istrator, and you are?
Benedek.
A fellow man of the cloth, certainly.
What gave me away?
Your aura. And of course, the tiny crosses on your sleeves. You were saying your name?
Benedek Dochnani.
Ah, Victoria's brother. We finally meet. What can I do for you, Brother Benedek?
A man that goes by the name Yakov Prenger. Was he a former priest of this church?
Yani
He
bu
preceded me. Why?
I heard he went missing.
aynen kayıp.
True. He was the warden of the asylum before Ranko became mayor. Then, one night, he just disappeared.
Was he a good warden?
Better than Hatur? Yes. Good? No. He was too soft and hesitant. We could have done so much more regarding the war against the Saborans.
Any ideas what happened to him?
He was kidnapped by the Saborans and became their prey, the usual for this town. The new warden got him imprisoned because he knew too much? Or maybe that poor blind lady killed him because he couldn't love her the way she loved him. It's a mystery.
Seems to me you're holding a grudge against him.
Yani sanki.
Am I wrong?
We never liked each other. He was sent by the Vatican to take my place here. The Vatican, which for centuries never tried to contact anyone in this town, sends a man to take my seat? I could do nothing but step down. Yes, I hated him as much as I hate the Vatican. And I'm grateful to whoever made him disappear.
How come there's nothing in the Vatican's official archives about Sveti Kotar?
Because of Ivan Kotar. This town has an open dispute with the Vatican because of him. First, they sent emissaries to execute him. Then they denied the authorities to name this town in his honor. We did what was right, named him a patron saint. The Vatican is run by a mass of hypocrites.
It's the Holy See we are talking about here. There's nothing closer to God.
Nothing closer to God? Just because they said so centuries again? How can they ignore what Kotar did here? Maybe they are now aware of their own mistakes from the past, but have done absolutely nothing to mend them.
You cannot question their decisions. It's like questioning the Bible.
Brother, let's agree we don't agree and leave it there. We have other things to worry about right now.
I've never heard of a priest talking about the church in this way. Unacceptable, but this, along with other things I've learned until now, might be enough information for Father Imre. Tell me about the asylum's warden.
Yani bize biraz şu tımarhane müdüründen, patrondan.
As the head of the asylum, I know he is somehow involved in the conspiracy against the Catholics. I'm the only person in this town who openly criticizes him, the chief, and the mayor. In one way or another, they are all acting against God, and possibly fallen under the influence of the Saborans. What interests you about him?
My sister's husband went missing after visiting him at the lodge.
Nikolay. He was kidnapped. But I feel there is more you want to say.
Victoria met with Hatur last night. They talked, and I still can't understand what happened to her.
So I was right. This sheds new light on the warden and the tribe. Not so much on her.
The warden is meeting with the Saborans. A boy told me.
What boy?
Anton. He saw them meeting more than once.
Our protege. I knew he had been sneaking out, just couldn't prove it.
He saw Hatur taking Nikolay away to a locality called Klek.
I've never visited that hill, but everyone knows what that place is. The boy could be right.
You think my sister joined the tribe?
I do, although I don't know how. Have you seen any changes in her lately?
That is a question for her husband. After our father disappeared, I went into monkhood. Since then, I barely see her.
When things start to look bad, some people think it's God's fault. Instead of showing him more love, they turn away from him. They don't realize it is only then, when they decide to forget him, that they start to wither their own souls. Sometimes they don't just wither, but rot. Rot until it is too late to get off the path that leads to hell.
Victoria abandoned God. I can feel it in my heart. She did it. The The same happens to our aunt. She abandoned God, turned her faith to strange beliefs, and experienced a dreadful death.
It doesn't matter what you feel and what I believe. You have to find the whole truth. It is your responsibility. Find your sister and the truth that is hiding with her. I would risk going to the stake if I had to choose whether she is guilty or not. This town has many possible sources of evil.
What other
Yani
sources
başka
of
ne
evil?
kaynağı var kötülüğün?
Everyone, including those who impose the so-called law. Everyone could be evil, even those who claim to be faithful. Keep your eyes open.
Where should I
Kimseye
look for?
güvenme diyor Türkçesi.
Begin with Kleck. You might find her there with your brother-in-law, hopefully still alive.
What can you tell me about the mayor of Sveti Kotar?
Ranko Merzel, a lurid creature, far worse than his father ever was. Corrupt, full of sin, and unscrupulous. Gullible as well. He never saw his death coming, even though he knew he was chased by it. I was called to bless his soul before the funeral. Not going to. The very thought of it sickens me.
Ranko was chased by death?
Nermin, his brother, the worst of the Merzel family, worst of all men, an incarnation of evil. Although coming from a Catholic family, from the day
Belediye
of his
Başkanı
birth, it
Nermin'in
was clear there
erkek
was something
yani ağrısıymış.
dreadfully wrong with him. I don't know him well, nobody does. But everyone knows about his deeds.
Chief Noren said he is a moon ghoul.
True, he is a Saborin. Some say even the current leader of their cult. He was once incarcerated in the asylum, but managed to escape. No one can find him anymore. I guess there is not enough will. It's not about the will to find Nermin. He's just a tiny shadow in a starless sky. People in this town dread things they cannot see or feel. The unknowable. They fear it because it is everywhere God is not.
İyice karışıyor piyasa.
You're talking about the moon ghouls now, right?
That is just a name for the weak. Call them by their true name, the Saborans. The Saborans are not unknowable. They are an ancient tribe that glorifies death, diseases, and pain. Cannibals who cultivate morbid rituals as part of their religion. Sekvra.
Sekvra? I've heard that name before, somewhere.
You heard it because there was a book of the same name, the original copy of which was lost in the 15th century.
Yes, it all happened during the Valais witch trials.
Dark times fell upon that place because of the book. It vanished with its author, a witch by the name of Jadwiga Mazrak. You can see the Saborans are not a complete mystery. Things we cannot possibly understand are, my brother, the forces and entities this tribe worships. Only madness and death await those who manage to understand. It is what happened to Ivan Kotar, after all. Let's leave this subject. I cannot possibly recount centuries of their history in the reasonable time I have now. Maybe one day you'll be able to read the pamphlet I've written on them. Maybe.
Yani bu ne?
Who was Ranko's father?
Saborenler kimse
Fran Merzel. He and our former priest Yakov founded Marov Asylum.
I welcomed the decision, but not anymore. Things changed quickly, and the asylum mutated into the same thing it originally tried to uproot.
And what would that be?
Maroff became an island of terror and death for the Catholic community, instead of being a shield that protects it. It was founded with the goal to heal the unfaithful ones, and more importantly, to identify, catch, and execute the subordinates. Now it's a place where our brothers and sisters go and never return from. Healthy individuals full of faith just vanish. Fran had his share of sins, but he founded Maroff with sincere intentions to help the town. Little did he know at the time the evil seeds he had planted.
You met my sister?
Did I meet her? Who knows? Do I know of her? Yes, as every person, crow, and rat in this town.
But how do you know we are relatives?
I have infinite power, and I am highly respected. When word spreads, it reaches my ears first.
I have a theory of what happened here, but I'd like to know more so that I can solidify it. You know much. Maybe you can help me.
I'm here for you, brother.
What about your dispute with Arsen?
Where did you meet that fool?
He's my only chance to get across the lake, and...
You need his boat to get to Klek. So why didn't he give it to you? He doesn't need it. He's dying due to that vampire of his.
Vampir? O da dedi şimdi.
What vampire?
Didn't you talk to him?
I did.
And you didn't notice that hideous dark thing on his neck?
No.
That fool got himself a parasitic giant worm. A leech he named Hem.
That's disgusting. But what is the reason you banned him?
I'm telling you, it's Hem. That thing was born and found deep inside the Carcassa forest. It's evil.
Can't he just get rid of it?
Arsen believes Hem was sent to him from God. Can you believe it? He gave it a name and looks to it as his own child.
His parents are inside the boat. Did you exhume them?
Yani sen
Of course
çıkarttın
I
büyük ihtimal.
didn't. I ordered the gravekeeper to do it. Arsen and his family are not welcome here anymore. The man is not evil, merely a fool who let evil do upon him.
So what now? Anywhere else I could get a boat?
He is your only chance. And it seems like you are his only chance as well, if it's not too late.
What do you mean?
If he accepts to kill Hem, I promise I will think about reintegrating him and his family into our church again. But I need proof. I need to see Hem dead.
How do you expect him to kill the thing he sees as his own child?
That is the tricky part. I already tried to persuade him. Now it's your turn. If you succeed, you will get what you want.
You will just think about reintegrating him, or you will do it?
I'll do it.
Immediately after I give you a dead Hem.
I promise.
Excuse me.
Of course.
Şimdi ne yapacağız? Şimdi şeye geri dönmemiz lazım.
I can see the school from here. I'm not going in. It's the district Arsen told me to stay away from.
Şuraya gidecek mi merak ettim.
I have no reason to go that way. It's a narrow, shady street that leads somewhere uphill.
Tamam, geri dön.
I'm not a pest. The owner said she wants to be left alone.
Şimdi o boynunda bir sülük var. O adamın boynundaki sülüğü almamız lazım.
It's me again. I talked to Henry about the dispute.
And? Is he going to remove the ban?
What is the reason he banned you in the first place?
I don't know.
Could you please step outside so I can see you better?
No. It's safer in here.
May I come in then?
You are not family.
Step outside, please.
We talked before and you didn't ask me that. Why is it so important now?
Henry gave me something for you. I want to see you under the light while giving it to you. Henry is willing to unban you.
Is he? Really?
Yes. I will tell you all about our conversation, but you have to come outside.
I don't see the point, but if it's going to save my family... Now, what do you have to show me?
God, that leech thing on his neck is hideous.
Adamın boğazına kocaman bir sürük yapışmış. Bu ne ya?
That is hem. I never imagined a leech could get so big. Henry was right. The vampire thing is sucking the life out of this poor, naive man. I have to persuade him to give it to me. Arson, we have to talk about your child.
You stay away from him. Is this why you wanted me out here? Stay away.
Calm down. I'm not going to do anything to him, I promise.
What do you want then?
Where did you find him?
I didn't find him. He found me. Years ago, I helped a young detective with a case he was working on. He then showed gratitude by giving me a bucket full of leeches. And there he was. My little Hem. I'm so proud of him. He has grown much since that day. God bless that detective.
It was Detective Mostov?
I believe that was his name. Martin. Why?
Just curious. How did you help him?
We went on a tour of the lake. I showed him some places, but he was mostly interested in the island of the asylum.
Did he say why he was interested in the island?
Something about a runaway. I don't know.
Henry told me Hem was born in the Carcassa forest.
That doesn't mean he is evil. Henry thinks anything that grows or lives in that forest must be tainted.
And so out of all the leeches you had, you picked the exact one that became Hem.
He picked me. He crawled his way out of the bucket, moved onto my left hand, and then all the way up to my neck. His favorite spot, where he sleeps and eats.
How's your health?
Are you a doctor now?
I've noticed you have trouble breathing, and your skin has no color. Have you had this problem for a long time?
I don't know what you are talking about. I feel fine.
Didn't you say before you are too weak to board the boat?
The love of my child gives me strength and positivity. But I would feel better if I was allowed to attend masses again. And if my house would be blessed as it was before the ban.
I have an idea how we can solve your dispute with Henry.
I'm listening.
You have to give me Hem.
What? Forget it! Stay away!
Remember, I'm in the service of God. You have my word, I won't hurt your child.
He will die without my blood!
No, he won't, and you know that. How long do you think he can live without you? And be honest with me, it's your family at stake here.
Maybe just for one night.
This is the only way to get you absolved,
Yani
but I
senin
need
o
guidance
sürüyü
from
bana
you.
bir vermen lazım.
Guidance.
And you have to keep our little secret to yourself.
I don't like this.
The plan is to find a leech similar to your Hem. For that to work, I'd need your guidance. Where can I find one?
Why do you need him then?
So I can compare him to his potential clone. Henry seems like a clever man, and surely he remembers Hem's appearance very well.
My dear child in the hands of a stranger. I can't do this.
Do you want to live?
If I die, Hem dies. I cannot let that happen.
Yani.
As soon as I find his double, I will return Hem safely to you.
And then what?
I will bring the double to Henry, claiming it's Hem. All you will have to do from then on is hide Hem when you are near Henry.
You intend to lie to a man of God?
It's for a greater good. God will understand.
Your proposal seems like the only way out of this situation. My dear child, please forgive me. Do not fret. We'll meet again soon. Go now, in the hands of this monk. Farewell. I'll wait for you here. The house is lonely without you.
Don't be sad. You did what had to be done.
God bless him.
Şimdi
Where
Hem'in
can I
ikizini
find his
nereden
double?
bulacağız onu
I've
söyle.
never been inside the forest. But Ida told me once she found a place full of leeches. I believe it's where the detective found him. You must go through the wall of crosses and turn left at the crossroads. His brothers and sisters should be there, where Holly meets Hannah.
Hannah is the river?
It is. Keep him safe and get him back as soon as possible.
I will.
Let me say it again. Beware of the forest. It's easy to get lost in that malignant place.
What should I do now? Should I kill Hem? Or find his double and kill it instead? Whatever I decide, God will understand. Dark times require immoral acts. Excuse me.
Ormana geri gideceğiz. Şuradan tekrar git.
Which path should I take?
Şimdi buradan gittik. Buradan mı gideceğiz acaba? O taraf şey çıktığına göre. Burası şehre çıkıyor. Tek yol var. Buradan gideceğiz. Ormanın içinde demişti. O adam. Film ikizini bulmak zorundayız.
That path seems to lead nowhere. All I see are rotten tree trunks and naturally formed mounds. As if the trees are just waiting for me to pass by and close the passage for all eternity. As if the trees are just waiting for me to pass by and close the passage for all eternity. A very weird and creepy form they have, It's like looking at a petrified herd of giant spiders.
O tarafa gitmiyor.
The natural gallows of Sveti Kotar's valley. I wonder how many have taken their life. It's the resting place of Ida's mother. I shall leave her in peace.
Buradan değil, anlaşıldı şimdi. Buradan değil. Ha, buradan gidiş varmış bak.
I think this is the place Arsen told me about. It's swarming with leeches. How am I going to find one similar enough to hem? They all look the same. Right. By concentrating only on the biggest ones. No, too thin.
Burada.
Looks similar enough, but maybe I should look at others before choosing.
Tamam. Şurada var başka bir tane.
It has a nasty scar. This is not the one.
Şurada var.
I don't know. Something is off with this one. Hideous. It's laying eggs right now. The size fits. This is the one. No need to search further.
Hem sülük. Geri dön. Şimdi doğruca şeye, şu rahibe yanına gitmemiz lazım. Şu Hem'i öldürürsek, daha doğrusu Hem'in yerine geçecek Sülü'yü öldürürsek
Excuse me.
Of course.
Şimdi ne yapacağız?
I should probably try something else. I won't execute this vile thing here. Not in his house.
Dışarıda mı? He.
Evil, meet this weapon of faith. It's dead. I should give it to Henry now. One dead leech is all that was needed.
Şimdi Henry'e verelim o şeyi. Sülüğü.
Hem is dead.
Proof?
Stabbed to death.
Are you sure this is him?
Arson killed it in front of my eyes.
How did you manage to persuade that old fool?
Does it really matter now? It's done. The thing is rotting in hell.
Right. I have no reason to doubt the word of a fellow man of the cloth. You can go tell Arson I will come to visit him soon. His house needs to be blessed.
I will. God bless you.
Take the boat. Row towards the truth, brother. I'll keep you in my prayers and hope we'll meet again soon.
Arsen'e gidelim direkt.
It's done. I gave Henry a dead leech from the forest. Here, take him back.
My child! Oh, how I've missed him. God bless you.
You are no longer banned from the church. Henry said he'll come by soon to bless your house.
Wonderful news. I am so grateful, stranger.
Don't forget to hide Hem from Henry and other people. You'll get yourself expelled again if you don't.
I already have an idea where I'll keep him safe. You did your part. No need to worry about me. And I did my part too. I moved my parents out of the boat and into my house. Just temporarily. Until I can move them back to their grave. Take the boat now.
How can I find Click?
Get to the other side and then follow the shore. Once you get there, you'll know it. You really can't miss the 3 white fingers.
Artık kayıyı alabiliriz yani.
The boat is here, but they left. It might be too late, but I have to try. I have to get on top of that hill. God help me. Now more than ever.
Evet. Nikolay'ı kurtarabileceğiz mi bakalım? Nikolay'ı kurtar diyor. 3 parmak Click burada. Biz buradan devam edeceğiz. Tabi bu bir sonraki bölümde. Umarım videoyu beğenmişsinizdir. Her zaman olduğu gibi her şey gönlünüzce olsun diyorum. Kapanış sözümüz neydi sevgili dostlar? Oyunsuz kalmayın. YouTube amca kanalında kalın. Sizleri çok seviyorum. Hoşça kalın sevgili dostlar.